has been reported.
And earlier the week, Alan warned us that this was going to be kind of fire weather, or at least we would be at risk for fires, and hopefully it's not too windy in that area.
Absolutely. Winds are only around 10 to 15 in the Gorman area, humidity around 10 to 11%. But overnight tonight, we will see some improvement. But as we head towards tomorrow morning, the offshore winds kick up, and that dries everything out.
Right.
At this point, no red flag warnings in place, but we are talking about a heightened fire weather risk, given number one, that there's no rain in your forecast, number two, that it's going to be dry, and number three, that it's going to be hot. And speaking of dry, here's the latest from the U.S. Drought Monitor for the state of California. Notice this, about 22% of the state still under this exceptional drought, including parts of northern Santa Barbara County, all of San Luis Obispo County, and just that northwestern wedge in Ventura County. In terms of how much of the state is under D3 and D4, that's about 2/3 of the state, 66% at last check. And we are searching for rain high and low, east and west, wherever we can go. And tonight we are just not seeing it. You notice this is a weak cold front that's moving through the southern part of the Golden State, but there's no precipitation, just a few high clouds out there and some haze as we look out into the channel. Temperature-wise, it's nice and pleasant as we head beyond the bottom of the hour. Santa Barbara still holding steady in the middle 60s. 62 right now in Santa Maria, 64 in San Luis Obispo, down to 57 in Lompoc. Flip those numbers around, and we are sitting nice and pretty at 75 in Paso Robles. Now, tonight things cool off nicely, but tomorrow morning they warm up quickly. And that is because of two things: high pressure and the offshore flow that develops as high pressure settles in to the Great Basin. That's going to produce widespread warming tomorrow, with highs topping the 80s in many spots. If you're not in the 80s, don't worry, you'll be in the upper 70s. And Sunday looks to be even warmer than the Saturday forecast. So again, for tomorrow, expect a boost of 5 to 10 degrees up and down the coast. Today in Santa Barbara, 69. Tomorrow, look at my forecast, 78 degrees. Also expecting 78 in Montecito and 75 in Carp. Don't think we'll threaten any records in the south coast, but north of Point Conception, records aren't too terribly impressive. They're only in the low 80s. I think we might see a few records broken out there, or at least into San Luis Obispo County through the weekend. 82 your forecast, high in Paso tomorrow, up to 79 at AG, 86 the hot spot for Ojai. Great beach weather as well out towards Oxnard and Ventura, with highs here into the lower 80s. Planning on doing some boating on the San Luis Obispo Bay. Winds will be pretty strong out there in the afternoon hours, and that swell a bit higher than across the south coast, coming out of the northwest at 4 to 6 feet. Here's your Santa Barbara 7-day forecast. The warmest day on Sunday, and then it's a pretty significant drop-off in temperatures Monday, sort of leveling off Tuesday into Wednesday, and then some cooler, more seasonal weather out there as we head towards the first day of spring, which is Thursday. Looking at the forecast in Santa Maria, 80s give way to 70s by next Monday, then down into the 60s beginning on Tuesday. Here's that San Ynez Valley 7-day forecast, 81, then up to 84 degrees. Valley's cooling a little slower than our coastal counterparts, so still pretty warm out there on Monday before we retreat back to some more seasonal temps by the middle of next week. And in Paso, CJ and Paul, it looks to be a rain-free forecast. Remember, yesterday we were talking about maybe a slight chance around 20% by next Thursday or Friday, but I've retreated because I think, again, those systems sort of skirt the area, much like what we saw earlier.
That's right. Yeah.